Hey, good afternoon. Welcome back to Tracy's Florida Homestead in beautiful Williston, Florida. And today is the 18th of March in the year 2025. It's a beautiful day, praise the Lord. Today we're going to be talking about the difference between kumquats and loquats. And if you don't understand what those are some Florida fruits that usually grow in the South. They are cousins, but they do not taste the same. Now, I do not have a kumquat tree. I had to get some of these from a neighbor of my brother down in Tampa, Plant City area. Now, a kumquat and a loquat is a small fruit, about this size, as you can tell. They have two different tastes. They're both from a kind of a tangy background. One has more of a citrus kick. The other has more of your sweet fruit kick. The kumquat, as you can tell, are small, round. They both turn about the same color. The kumquat has a very slick skin. As you can tell, it's a little glossy. But if you come over here, I'll show you a loquat. This is a loquat. And this has a very furry skin on it. It's not slick. It has a kind of like texturized skin. They get long and oblong. They'll get like that long. These are the first ones of the season this year, so these are just small, but they will get bigger than this, and they get oblong like an egg. Okay, that is one of the two differences between the loquat and the kumquat. Now, as you see, this loquat plant here is only a couple of years old. They grow very quick. Loquats make great desserts. You can make salads, fruit salads out of them, and they make excellent jam. As you can tell, here's some new ones here. I've got, this plant produced a lot of babies this year, so she's going to produce a lot of fruit. I have some back in here and all of here. Loquat trees and kumquat trees look alike, except a kumquat tree, right along with the skin being slick and silky, their leaves are also silky and slick, where a loquat has a fibrous skin. Now, their seeds look the same, okay? So if you've got a bunch of seeds and there are two different seeds, don't mix them up because their seeds look the same. And here is an example of a kumquat seed. This is a nice, healthy seed, okay? This come one per kumquat, but then again, you can get some that produce two seeds, but one side is going to be flat. Now, it doesn't matter. The seed is still good, even though it's flat on one side. It's still a viable seed. Now, when you pick them, of course, and say hello to my little helper, Raven-renee. And as you can tell today, I got my new cameraman out. Say hello to my son, James Wayne. And so it's going to be a lot easier for us to get videos done. I'm still in the process of learning how to cut, clip, and manipulate videos. So for right now, y'all are getting raw footage. All right. So what we're going to do today is we're going to take these kumquat seeds and we're going to plant them. And I'm going to keep them away from the new baby loquats we have over here. My husband planted these last season, and here's one here. This is only not even a year old. This is a loquat. You see how fast they grow. The ones over in the center are all loquats, and they were planted last season. So these grow quick. They have a lot of fruit on them. When they do, but you just got to make sure that you fertilize them properly, water them properly. I have to say they took the very, very cold that we had this year very well. And I mean, it got cold in Florida. It usually don't snow in Florida, man. We had snow all the way down towards Tampa. So a lot of my plants did really good this year. I got my cherry trees, my tangerine.
Tell them about, we did have to put a heater on them though.
And my star fruit. I've got pepper plants. I've got my blueberries. Did great. My blueberries, look how, my blueberry. Oh yeah, look at all the pretty blueberries. My figs come back great. But we did have to put a heater on them for a few days because we normally don't get snow in Florida. So as you can tell, everything feathered well. All right, so now back to the kumquats. So what we have here is I ran out of little pots before. Y'all have to excuse me, I'm getting old. It hurts me to get down. So I've got 3 single pots that I'm going to put 3 seeds in. And while we're sitting here, I am going to ask Raven-renee to finish popping the seeds out of there, and she's going to show you how we pop a seed out. There we go. And that's all you do.
Save my fruit.
Save the fruit for him.
It's already dirty.
That one, it's already dirty. He don't care about you squishing it to get the seed out. He wants the fruit. And as you can tell,
They're delectable, guys.
as you can tell, people do love these fruits because they are popped fruit. It's like a candy. You
They're
can
in the
just pop
citrus
it,
family,
you can
guys.
pop it in your mouth and eat it. You ain't got to peel it. You ain't got to cut it up. You can just pop it in your mouth, eat it, spit the seed out. I would suggest you save the seeds and grow your own. And you can, as long as you buy non-HGMO fruit. Okay, because you have to realize when you get something that's HGMO, the seeds will not produce. That's the way they genetically change it, okay? So what we're going to do, as soon as, now you don't have to try the green one, it might be too green, is we're going to plant these in these little containers. So we're going to, here, wash your hands off. There you go. There you go. Okay. So what we're going to do first is we're going to just take our finger and put this a little hole. Now you want this little hole about 1.5 inches deep because these are large seeds, okay? The larger the seed, the deeper the hole, is what I was always told by my grandfather.
Which is about the second knuckle.
Yeah.
Maybe a little shy of the second knuckle.
Well, that depends on how long your fingers are. I got long fingers. Somebody might have short fingers.
Like me.
All right. I say, so all we're going to do is while I drop this in here,
I'm going to cover them up.
you're going to push it down a little bit. Here you go. And then you're going to cover it up. And this is all we're going to do. And then we're going to water them down real good. And since I have plenty of seeds left, I'm going to take this bucket, and this is what we call, what we in the South call mass plantation. So all I'm going to do is just take my finger, and every 2 inches I'm going to make a hole. And this way, when they get big enough to where they look like they're getting into each other's roots, we will take them out and transplant them.
I'm going to do one right in the middle.
Okay, so here we go. You should have done 2 or 3 in the middle.
Oh.
So, here, my little helper. I might have to get another bucket. We got more seeds than what I planned. But we always got time for that. Yep, got one in there. Got one in there.
See, I can't do.
Because the sun is in your eyes. That's
Yeah,
right. Duh.
Duh.
Do I look like a duh to you?
Yeah.
Children, what can we say?
In my generation.
Yes, in your generation.
In my generation.
God help us. We're in trouble, people. All right, so here we have like 12 in here. Yes, you can start watering them. Make sure you water them real good. Now, what you have here is, if you see this soil I'm using here. Now, this soil is from 2 years of very good compost. And I started with a, yes, please. But did you get all of them and make sure they're really good? Okay. No, you ain't got to squeeze it to drown them. Don't drown them. But the soil that I am using here is a soil that's been used over a couple of years. But
Tell them what the white beads are.
I keep adding compost and fertilizer and stuff like that. Now, I do normally not use a bag fertilizer. I try to use organic cow manure or maybe some good Miracle Grow that I know that doesn't have a lot of things in it that you don't need. And just to let you know, these little white things in here is actually called perlite. Okay, perlite is like a styrofoam that has chemicals in it to help with plants, and it also helps absorb water, so you don't have to water your plants as much. Now in time this will start dissolving, as you see this one is, because they usually come in bigger pellets than this. And as you also see, I've got leaves in here as part of the compost. And a lot of people say, well, you should pull them out. No, you don't. That's part of the decomposition that causes the dirt to get really good. Now, as soon as my son here can get a hold of him some more worms, I will throw a couple of worms in there. And that is to help turn the soil, keep it aerated, and to help with the root distribution, because as they tunnel through the dirt, it leaves canals for the roots to run through, which is going to be good. Now,
And you always,
hopefully, today is, like I said, March 18th. We will check with these in 2 weeks to see if we've got anything sprouting. With these being fresh seeds, it might not take 2 weeks. It might take 3. It might take 1. But as soon as we see some sprouts, we're going to come back and let you know. And so you can see how good these things come up. And like I said, this is a Florida fruit. They also can grow in South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, and Alabama. But when you get up into the real cold temperatures, they really don't like that. They are a tropical fruit. So we hope you enjoyed the video, and come back and see us soon. Just a note that pretty soon we're going to start uploading videos of another side of our Florida homestead business. My husband, who has been disabled for a while and who is at home, is wanting to start an engraving business with X Tool. And X Tool equipment is equipment that you can engrave anything. You can laser cut, you can cut all kind of board to make different patterns and stuff like this. And so we will be showing these this equipment and all of the projects that he does on our channel, because anytime you have a side gig and you're retired, that's part of being homesteading, because he still does all the planning. He helps with all the food and everything else. So, and the chickens and the ducks. So it's all part of homesteading. So we want to show you everything that we can do. So in case you decide to go homesteading and you have a little extra time on your hands, maybe you can find something that helps your creative side, and maybe can kick you some extra cash on the side. And that's what we're hoping to do. And so stay tuned in, keep checking in with us, and we hope you enjoy our channel. It's not elaborate, it's not fancy, we're not Hollywood motivated, but we're real, and we show you how things go as they go. Just like us sitting here on the ground planting plants.
Yeah.
This is the way life is. You don't see people out in high heels planting gardens, okay? That just don't
Never.
happen. All right. And if they want to grow a good garden, they better not be in high heels and a dress, because all that perfume going to kill your flowers. All right.
Do you want
So y'all
to,
have a good day. I hope you had a great St. Patty's Day, and thank you for coming back and seeing us.
you want to tell them the